I don't like ads. I just don't. I'm not impressed by it. I've realized recently that it is something in this world that makes me no longer want to live in this world. I'm so sick of going outside and seeing fucking ads. More like AIDS. But I've realized it's bothersome. Look, I guess, because I use AdBlock a lot, so I don't get to see too many ads. And I don't watch fucking broadcast TV either. And I also don't have Netflix with ads, or Hulu with ads, Binge with ads, whichever ones have ads. And aren't the prices going up now? It's like, Jesus Christ. I wonder what kind of ads they have. Is it ads for Blue Chew and VPN? Those kinds of things? Is that what they... I don't know. It can't be for like competing. I bet they have ads, or maybe for their own shows. But what's the point? I'm retarded. Anyway, they have ads for like their competitors. But I mean ads... I'm not really sure why I'm thinking this, because... Well, actually, no, I do know why. Because I've been taking the fucking bus a lot recently. Because of my whole DUI. So I've been seeing a lot of, not bus ads, but ads at bus stops. And, oh, God, it's... they're really annoying. Unless it's KFC. KFC. As I said before, like KFC ads, when you see them on bus stops, they're fine. It's just like, hey, what have they got now? 20 nuggies, 20 nuggers for $10. I think the mashies are back. I don't know, but I'm gonna get them. $10. Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna do it tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. But the KFC, the KFC bus ads are just... They're very simple. They're just like, hey, here's the product, and this is how much it is. KFC. But then on TV, their ads do become AIDS. It's just it's just like a shitty comedy sketch. And then they're like, did somebody say KFC? Oh, I don't care. I love it. A bunch of like Zoomers and millennials dancing around and blowing each other. Even if it's like a 5-second ad on YouTube of KFC, I'm still like, oh, it's still horrible. By the way, I might have mentioned this, but I deleted YouTube off my phone because I use YouTube through Firefox. It's slightly inferior, but if you get ad block, no fucking ads. So yeah, I'm not dealing with ads on my phone as well. And that's how much I fucking try to avoid them. Rather than spend the money to get YouTube RedTube, ha ha ha. I'm sure that joke's been made many times before. So I'm seeing a lot of bus ads around the place, and I'm really not a fan. Like I don't like it because it just bothers me, and it's just because you can't get away from them. Like it's different with things like movies and music and stand-up comedy and whatever. People get like offended by them, like, oh, it's so terrible. But fuck you, you're the one watching it, you're the one engaging with it, so what's your problem, you broad? What's your problem, lady? But, yeah, they're not, like, out in the open, you don't have, like, movies like Irreversible playing on billboards, it's like, oh my god, we need to stop this is great. People are like, no, it's free speech. That I understand. That's perfectly fine. You don't want an abortion... Oh, I guess people do have like abortion photos going around. You're like, look, this is what you're doing to your kid. And I'm like, ooh, I'd like to eat that. I like the Doug Stanhope joke about those people where he's like, you're displaying the most heinous, vile depiction of child pornography. These naked kids that aren't even born yet. Oh, I love that guy's mind. Yes, I remember now some of the ads I'm offended by. And they're fucking... And they're not even ads. I mean, they're ads. They're around the place. But they're not ads exactly. They're not advertising something. They're advertising the opposite. They're advertising that you don't buy a thing. It's like, hey, check out this car. Don't buy it. It's ads where, like, I guess the opposite of KFC, where they're saying, the ones where it's like, oh, you got to eat healthy. Eating junk food is really, really bad for you and so on. And then they're so disgusting. They show inside, like, your organs, like in your stomach or your intestines, whatever. I don't even know what I'm looking at, but it's just like, ugh. But, and obviously it's like a gross person's stomach and liver and whatever, so it's like, ooh, you kind of just see, but it doesn't look that bad. It's kind of abstract. It's not like, you're not seeing, I don't know, I don't think they show hearts or anything, and even that's fine. I'm not really disgusted by that anyway, but I'm sure, no, but I mean, it is disgusting. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do. I'm not too, I'm not that offended by it as someone who watches a lot of gore videos. Where it's like, yeah, I see a lot of like, guts spilled out plenty of the time, so I'm not bothered or by that and all. Sure, a good cause and whatever, make people less fat, so we have more people, fuckable people walking around. But I guess it's not. It's still pretty offensive. But the one that offended me more, I saw another one that didn't have that, and it's, another, don't eat junk food kind of ad. I saw one where it's like saying, hey, eat healthy, eat a sandwich with cucumber and lettuce and whatever shit in there, hummus. Hummus, nothing wrong with hummus as a spread. So they had an ad with that where a guy, he's eating like a sandwich like that, a healthy snack, which I'm sure 50 years from now people will be like, ooh, lettuce is very bad for you, very, very bad. But anyway, he's eating it, and it's the point of view, the POV is from inside the mouth, and you see like inside the mouth opening is opened up with the sandwich going in, and it's just like you can see the teeth and like a bit of the tongue, and that's gross to me. That's disturbing. Every time I see that ad, I'm just bothered. I look at it and I'm like, you know when you're offended, when you genuinely get offended, you see something like that, and it's immediate in your brain. You just go, oh, I'm offended. I'm not offended in the sense like a harpy screaming about stand-up comedy and that kind of crap, or back in the day, violent movies, violent video games, rap music, whatever. What's it going to be next? Bloody, probably Twitch streamers, I suppose. Oh no, who knows? I really can't even make a guess. But anyway, I'm offended by that ad. That was bothersome, and it makes me want to, eat a bunch of KFC. Fuck them. And another one that I keep fucking seeing, it's like a children's hospital ad. I don't even know why that's an ad. You got to be like, oh hey, there's something that we could take Kevin to. Oh great, he had cancer for months now. I didn't even know. Can't take him to a regular hospital. They're like, oh no, this is an adult space. Okay, we have strippers and booze here. You can't take your kids here. Fuck off if your kid's in cancer. But anyway, they got an ad there that has like a nurse like looking at you, she's looking at you, and she's got like a magnifying glass, and she's smiling, so her smile is like magnified. I kind of think it's terrifying. I think a lot of kids with cancer and other illnesses like AIDS and COVID are gonna see that, and they're just gonna they're gonna have that fucking thing for maybe the first time in their lives, the first time they ever get offended. You're gonna be like, oh my god, what's that? Probably make them cry, and I'm not kidding. I'm sure they will be. I'm scared by it. I cry every time I see it. I see it a fucking lot. I see it every fucking Sunday when I'm on my way to the club that I'm running with a couple of other fellas. Sunday Slouches every Sunday night. Now on at the Vinyl Cafe, 6:30. Come on, have tickets at the door or on Eventbrite. Woo! Yeah. So when I get off the train and as I'm turning, just. I keep forgetting about it, and then I kind of just look up at it and I'm like, oh fuck, I saw it again, god damn it. Fucking annoying. So yeah, I'm not, but really, I don't mind seeing a KFC ad. I think it's bad for people what if people do have weight issues? Isn't this a bit weird? The people are like, oh, I'm so fucking fat, I need to lose fucking weight. Oh, but KFC, they got the 20 mashies for $10. Oh yeah, fucking get that. Fucking eat that. And a pizza and a whatever, bloody looking like. I think I spat on my screen. looking like Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Yeah, but these people will probably become schizophrenic as well because they're seeing like bus ads that are showing KFC, eh? But then another one is like, oh no, don't eat KFC, you must eat a sandwich instead. Look at what your organs look like. Sloppy things. So, yeah, it would be, not exactly confusing, but just not confusing as in like, oh, I'm confused, I don't know what's going on. Just like a conflict of interest in the public space. And yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm putting a ban. Why not put a ban on KFC and all sorts of junk food ads? Because I guess maybe where I live, up and down the highway, where they are. It doesn't make sense though to have like a Hungry Jack's ad near the Hungry Jack's, because Hungry Jack's itself is like it is an advertisement. You look at it and you're like, oh, I should get some Hungry Jack's. What a great advertisement. And it's right there as well. But maybe if it's up the highway a bit, someone's driving along and they're like, oh, fuck, Hungry Jack's. Gotta get a Hungry Jack's. Oh, the new, was it Chicago Angus burger that I had the other day. I've had it before, I swear, and it was fine. But then I had it the other day again, and I got it because of the peppercorn sauce. And when I was eating it, I was like, this peppercorn sauce is ass. It tastes horrible. I forced myself to finish that burger. I was like, man, I'm not pleased. I can't believe I spent all this money. I'm so poor. That took up a quarter of my bank account. Oh man, I need to go back to work. So anyway, yeah, I am officially announcing my candidacy for the Prime Minister of Western Australia. I'll just be Premier. Didn't the other Premier get fired? I mean, he quit. He was like, oh, bloody exhausted I am. Oh, all right. Why can't you do your job, you mutt? So yeah, I'm going to become the new Premier, and I'm going to ban all ads. Not all, I mean, I'll just tell everyone, look, get Adblocker, and get YouTube on your through Firefox instead, so you can use Adblock. Or just get RedTube. That's what I want to do. Or I'll just move out of Australia and move to like the Middle East where they don't have ads, right? They don't have billboards. Oh no, I'm being racist. In the Middle East, do they? I mean, there's got to be maybe Greece. I'm going to move to Greece. Oh, very cultured. Oh yes, look at all the architecture. Oh, it's very nice. Even the roads are very pleasing to the look, and there's no ads anywhere, and I'm going to the theater, and going to the opera, and it was bloody expensive to live here, and look at all the homeless people shitting. Wow, class disparity. Oh, it's amazing. So I'm going to do something along those lines because I'm getting sick of ads. I need a drink of water. Speaking of fucking eating and drinking healthy, I suppose. Oh man, don't you just love water? Oh, it's so good. I'm going to have another sip. Oh, I love water. I love the taste. Even though the water in my area is pretty shit. Well, if I chill it, I have to chill it in the fridge, and I don't know why, but somehow that bad taste goes away. If I didn't like the taste of the water in my area, I'd be pretty fucking pissed. Even if it tasted like shit, even after being chilled. One of my friends once said, like in seriousness, he was like, "Yeah, you know what tastes good? Water." And it made me laugh so hard, and he got mad. He was like, "What? It does?" Yeah, he's right. But I guess depending on your area, I don't know why people buy so much water. As in like the bottled water, I mean, where it's like, hey, look, 80 bottles for like $15, and I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of sugar, isn't there? Like, why you got sugar in the water? Fuck off. What? How is there sugar in is it in the plastic bottle? Yeah, I see people with like a trolley full of fucking bottled water, and it's like, I guess they don't like their tap water. Well, too bad for them. You got to figure out a way to like make it. Maybe if you squeeze some lemon in it, it would tastes better. I don't know. I'm just trying to give you advice, okay? Stop screaming at me. Anyway, I don't like ads. I don't like. I mean, I'm just thinking like I guess there isn't really that much aside from fucking bus stop ads and ads on the side of fucking buses. I fucking hate those because when you're in a bus, the ad is like over the top of the bus and you try to look out the window at just shit, but you can look out the window, but it's hard to describe, but it's got like those little circles and it's just a lot of like black you see because the ad is over the window, but the way they print the ad, it's done in that way. How do you say? You know, comic books from like the 30s, that where they do it like that, you know, to save on printing color or whatever. It's like that, so you know, it's not covering up the whole window of the bus. Like you can look out, but it just looks like shit. It's so unpleasing, you know. I bet in Greece they don't have buses like that. Like, oh no, our buses. I don't know what a Greek accent is, but like, oh, I mean, I don't know what it sounds like, but yeah, I'm sure they're just like, no, you know, we don't have ads on the side of our buses. You know, our buses are very nice and very, you know, good for the environment, and you know, you can look out at the beautiful view of the cliff face. You know, as the bus is driving off of it and crashing down and killing everyone. But fortunately, everyone has seatbelts because you have seatbelts on buses in Greece. I don't know. That's the culture I want to live in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I want to live. I mean, I do want to live in America, but I've got a lot of health problems, so I wouldn't be fond of like, unless I'm a fucking millionaire. Even if you're a millionaire, but you're still like, oh god, you know, I gotta wait. Oh no, there's too much money for this you know, cover and that cover. Oh, I gotta spend it on another bag of crank. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. But a good thing about America is that there's lots of easy to drive places. I can't believe, like, I was looking it up on Google Maps in certain places, like, you know, how long it takes to drive from like one capital city to another. Like in certain states, maybe like on the East Coast where they're smaller, it can take like 3 hours. That's crazy. 3 hours, like that's half the time of fucking Perth to the nearest town. I mean, just to get out of the fucking state in Western Australia. We must be one of the largest states in the world. Yeah, it would take. Oh, I looked it up the other day. I think it's close to a day of fucking solid driving. I'll look it up right now. Oh, no, who cares? But it's like, yeah, it's like 20, maybe 22 hours or something. Maybe it's like less than it's like 17 hours. God, I'd imagine it being 22. Jesus Christ, man. I fucking hate this state, man. I fucking hate it, man. I don't get people just being like, oh, man, all this fucking nothing, you know, just fucking arid fucking nothingness that's out there. Oh, it's so nice, you know, so pleasing. I suppose it is, you know. I think it's very zen. It would be nice to take one of the trains to go through fucking Western Australia and just looking out at the landscape. It's not like a desert exactly. I think there's like dead vegetation around, I suppose. Yeah, anyway, was I talking about ads? And it's funny because like ads, the ones where, you know, the electronic ones where they change every 10 seconds or whatever, I've already gone over this before, but they piss me off, you know. It's just so stupid. There's so many times where I'm like looking at an ad, trying to engage with it, trying to, you know, be like, oh, KFC, how much? Oh, it fucking changed. Well, fuck you then. What the fuck? How the fuck is this supposed to be an ad? How's this an ad? Fuck you then. I don't even care about it. I'm not going to KFC anymore. I'll just stay at home and die. Doesn't matter. How am I supposed to get information across to me? This is bullshit. Well, I can't really. I should have, like, before this episode, watched some like broadcast TV to look at the ads and see what they're all about. But last time I checked, they seem to be kind of chill. You know, it's just it's not like the screaming hysteria of like the 2000s. You know, it was just like, you know, and a lot of ads like the KFC ones again that are on TV. They're like as if a failed comedian is like started like writing commercials, which is what I should do. It just seems that they're so unfunny. They're just really, really cringe, bad humor. You're like, offensive, you're like, ugh. Like when you just hear it, like not like a bad joke where you're like, oh man, that's bad. Ooh, it's like uncomfortable bad. You're just like, and you vomit your KFC everywhere. Yeah, well, I don't think I have much else to say aside from it's funny when you see those on the sides of buses ads for like movies that aren't even out anymore, and they're just like they came out like months ago. They came out like 5 months ago. Sometimes I see them and I'm just like I'm thinking in my head like like 4 months ago. Like it isn't. I guess times have changed, and now you can watch them on fucking wherever, online. So maybe they think like, oh, no need to take off the ad yet. I don't know, because it's like if you see an ad for whatever movie and it's like, oh, it's not in cinemas anymore, but it is on streaming or on to rent from the local video store on VHS, because it only like that. What do you call it? The window between the end of its cinematic release and its home video on VHS release is really short now. It's like almost instantaneous. They're just like, fuck it. Why do we gotta wait? Like I remember, like with Star Wars, or like the episode 1, that was like a year. It would take like a year between finishing and then being released on video. It's like, god damn, why are you like jerking us off like this? Why are you like edging us like in this way? What if I had cancer and I'm about to die? It's like, come on, just let me have it already. Anyway, and with all that said about ads, I have to say that TV ads, on the other hand, it's strange how they become charming over time. I don't know. Well, maybe it's because because a lot of TV ads, I've always found TV ads to just be annoying as fuck. When they come on, I'm like, fucking hate these ads. Fucking not funny. Go away, what? I don't mind like an ad just being like, hey, here's the product, but oh no, when you got like a bigger product or whatever, you got to like have well, back in the 2000s, it was like, ooh, sexy lady sucking cock. And then, yeah, that whole Bill Hicks joke about the Coke, the Coke ad, where it's like a woman fingering a pussy and it just says, drink Coke. Yeah, it was kind of like that sort of stuff. And I guess even earlier. And that's kind of like changed a bit. And I'm a real prude, but I'm like, yes, that's good. I don't want to be turned on by fucking ads, all right? I don't want to be watching in TV, like not turned on. And all of a sudden, I get turned on because there's like a hot woman like, ooh, you want to drink Coke, huh? You want KFC, huh? Oh, look at my tits. I'm like, I start turning into that. So, but then I'm annoyed because I'm like, oh, there's a time and a place for this. And it's when I wank. It's when I look at online pornography. And that's when I want to be turned on. That's when I want to look at women. But then they're actually like, got their tits out and they're covered in cum and it might be fake cum. Sometimes I've seen to like be watching more porn with fake cum in it, and you may call me weird, but I'm like, hey, I just don't want to see why do you even want? Well, you don't want a dude in your porn. Why do you have a guy in the porn? Are you like, oh yeah, that's me. That guy there, fucking that hot woman, that's me. Yeah, you're looking at the guy like, yeah, that's me. Not even looking at the woman anymore. And when the guy's grunting, he's like, oh, fuck yeah, so good. You're like, yeah, that's me. That's me saying, fuck yeah, so good. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. That's me. That's me. Wish that was me. Oh. And you cry and come. Yeah, so and I'm the weird one because you want to see actual cum come out of an actual dick while the guy's going, oh. No, I want to, just like a POV, and just like they're pretending to blow you and jerk you off, and it's like, yeah, yeah, you don't need to see a dick, I'll look at my own. That kind of thing, and be like, oh, it's like it's her hand. Oh, because I got pretty feminine hands. They're like very small. They're not too small, but I like wash them a lot, and I haven't done a lot of physical, helpful labor in my life. So yeah, they're very feminine and petite, and I should take photos of them and sell them on OnlyFans and have people think I'm a woman. Anyway, that'll be my new job, and I'll probably hate it. Like, oh god, I gotta go to work. So anyway, TV ads somehow have, but I think the thing is, TV ads can be a reflection of the culture, the era. The culture of the era, and what kind of values they have, where it's like, ooh, hot woman, ooga booga, or if you really think back, like the 50s ads seem to be like almost looking like those instructional videos. They seem to be very just clean and tidy, no swearing in them or anything. And no sexy, not much sexiness, But then they started getting sexy, and that was kind of around the 80s. So I guess it's like then people started to be like, nah, fuck it, I am jerking off on a woman out in the streets for everyone to see. It's not the 50s anymore. I don't need to rape my wife in the bedroom anymore. I'm going to do it out in the streets where everyone can see and applaud. And that was the 80s for you, baby. And then in the 90s, I don't know, because I'm thinking like the 90s ads. Because I watch a lot of old ads because I'm retarded. Because I fucking don't have much else better to do in my time. But I guess sometimes I'm like, maybe if it's like for 90s ads, I'm on a bit of a nostalgia kick, and I'm like, oh wow, I fucking remember that ad. Oh, unlock the. You have that moment where you have that nostalgia unlock in your brain. Where you're like, fuck, that hasn't been unlocked in a while. Whoa, that was in the vault, and you just suddenly see an old ad for like a toy or whatever. Maybe you just remember the ad, or just the or having the toy or whatever. Yeah, the 90s ads, they seem to be because I've seen a few recently, and they were like starting to get more, I imagine because they were started using computers to edit the commercials, and they weren't using like actual fucking film, and they had to go like and then sellotape it together, and you're like, oh, does this work? Better take out a frame, do that, have a look. Oh, no, I'll put it back in. Oh, gotta get it out the bin. Fuck. Which one was it? All that kind of crap. I don't know how it worked back then, but it sounded like a nightmare. But yeah, when bloody Lightworks, I guess, started coming through or whatever, and people were using computer editing, and they must have just got too fucking excited and too cocky, and there were effects as well that they could do. So if you look, especially in the late 90s, ads were just like, 1,000 million cuts in 30 seconds. It was just like, 5 different fucking shots overlaid with one another, like all over the top, going at the same time, and it's just like information overload. And it was just, I don't know, I think the 90s were just like I guess think about the opening credits from the movie Seven. It's a bit like that, where cutting with that, and all the effects and all the quick cuts, and like subliminal, and whoa, one frame, and in the middle of a shot, and all this kind of crap, and all these like. It did a lot of like old film effects where they make it like look sepia tone, or like make it look like an actual film that was like like not projected right, and you can see the sprockets, and it's like, whoa, man, it's a guy surfing, and it's like, whoa, and then like the film burns up, and it's like, whoa, yeah, gotta go to that new fucking surf store. So I started getting like that, and yeah, I don't know, I can't really comment much on the culture, because what the fuck do I know? I mean, I lived through the 90s at least, but yeah, when things got a bit more edgy, and people were getting a little too fucking caught up in their technology. And I guess with the 2000s, it seems like, I don't know, there was like a lot of boner comedy kind of crap. So yeah, again, it was like the sex and just like, frat boy, yeah, tits, pussy ass. Oh man. Now I'm thinking of another fucking joke, the Louis C.K. one about the what is it? Ads about against racism, and he's like, yeah, that's a good cause, but those ads suck. They should be like the other ads where it's like two guys are like, one of them's like, hey man, don't hate the Jews. Why not? Because just don't. But why not? And then like a hot chick walks in with big tits, no, like a shirt that has like and written on the tits it says, don't hate the Jews, and the guy's like points over and he's like, that's why, yeah. Don't hate the Jews. Wow. Anyway, enough doing other people's bits, but I wish I could be that funny. But I guess it got like really sex-minded. I guess nothing had really changed. Perhaps still going on with the whole... but maybe people got kind of sick of that. I'm kind of also thinking as well, like... Look, I've watched a lot of ads on YouTube, and I don't mean the ads that start before a fucking video. I'm literally watching fucking ads. But the kind of ones like post 9/11 where all these beer ads was starting to be like, very like that had Bruce Springsteen, traveling on a horse, and like it's like those damn towers, man. Don't worry, just have a beer and we'll get this shit. We'll get over this shit. Don't worry, George Bush is fucking them up, but he's in the wrong country. So yeah, there's a lot of like ads like that, and those ones obviously aren't like quick cut. Whoa, they're like maybe the. Oh, actually, I remember that fucking ad where it's like it's a big ad, so fucking big. That ad, ha ha ha, a beer ad, which I don't remember the beer brand, so fuck you. Wow, there's actually a lot of beer ads, because I remember the other one where I had the guy's tongue that like slipped out during the night and got him a beer. It's funny to say it rather than watch it. I think my dad hated that ad. He was like, oh, it's disgusting. What's wrong with a tongue coming out of a guy's mouth? Nah, tongues are disgusting. This is a sexy, hot woman's tongue. Woo, yeah. I want that tongue on my... I want it on my asshole. Yeah, so actually, it did seem like the 2000s were more like ads that were like fucking... Because that beer ad that was just the one with the it's a big ad is making fun of the fact that ads got so fucking big. I guess they kind of started getting into like, they were very cinematic, very like, ooh, this is a production. It was like, story based or like a skit or a, you had like fucking, I guess people started realizing like, you go from directing commercials to directing films, a lot of filmmakers, making their start with that. And they would make these like, maybe sometimes in their own kind of style, really. Some of the ads, I'm not saying they're good, and there were shit, even from directors that I like, but they had that alter kind of feeling to them. Like, you can watch an ad from David Fincher and then look at one from Spike Jonze, and then look at one from Michel Gondry, and you can kind of tell whose is whose. If you're familiar with the movies, but you don't know when you watch those ads, you're like, oh yeah, like dark and gritty, and intense brooding, that would be David Fincher, and then like a something funnier, something that's more meta would be Spike Jonze, and then something that's very wacky and like very cleverly filmed and have like sort of those kind of in-camera effects that are like, whoa, really cool. That would be Gondry. So that kind of thing. They started to, I guess get... I don't know, I suppose kind of cool, but you're like, oh, but it's still, like, what the fuck is this ad for? Like, who gives a shit? I don't know, maybe, I don't think this, like, is entirely set in the 2000s, because now I'm thinking of that ad that Homer makes, Homer Simpson in, when he's, has that Mr. Plow ad made. He's like, they don't even know what the ad is for. Yeah, well, it has nothing to do with anything. Like, and you think about, like, the fucking, Ridley Scott Apple ad. That was a joke in Futurama as well, right? Where they had an ad that, again, they were like, the same kind of joke where it's like, what does this have to do with Planet Express? Where they throw the thing into the screen. Guy's like, hey, we were watching that. Yeah, so ads did get, yeah, okay, kind of cool. Oh yeah, neato. But yeah, it's just what does this have to do with fucking anything? It's like an ad for spaghetti or whatever. Some ads, particularly in other countries, I think some in like Asian countries, get like very fucking emotional and have like, and they'd be long as well, like 3 minutes long, and it'd just be an ad for like spaghetti. But the ad, it has like a man who's like thinking about, his wife, wow, she's amazing. But then it's like he goes to hospital and she has Alzheimer's. She doesn't remember him. She's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm just I don't know, whatever. Here, eat some spaghetti, bitch. It's just that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, again, like I'm annoyed. Like commercials have their purpose, all right? It's not a fucking playground for film directors to fucking, or future filmmakers to just dick around and be like, oh, this is what I want to do in a film, but I'm putting it in a commercial and has nothing to do with fucking anything. So, oh well, at least they got to hone their craft a bit before they started making some kino. So yeah, still annoying. Like I just want commercials to I generally just think, just show us the thing, tell us the neato things about it. Tell us how much it is. That would be nice as well. And then fuck off. that I would appreciate that. Even if, I don't know, what you're selling is abstract or whatever. I mean, I don't think there was really much between then and now. So now the ads we have, they seem to be, more mannered. There isn't a lot of like just wacky shit. There's not like a lot of, I guess they're not that cinematic. I don't know. They don't want to spend that much money. They're like, oh fuck, man, we're just spending too much money. Oh, but and I forgot to mention, like with those ads, when they started getting very like having high productions and being like, woo, big ad, wow, it's really cool, like a fucking some sort of experimental short film or whatever, or just showing a cool thing. Another thing is that they started having a lot of like festivals for fucking ads and like awards and everything. So all these directors are like, oh, I gotta win an award. Oh, we need 1.2 million to have fucking Tom Cruise in our ad, like drive a fucking bike off a cliff and then explode and all that kind of crap. And it's an ad for coffee or whatever. So yeah, you remember that ad? It's not an ad. It's a screamer. The one with the car, and then spooky face come out and screams at you, and it's scary. And then it's like a German ad for coffee. I can't believe. I just have no idea. How the fuck did Germany, like, what's wrong with that country? How could they put out an ad like that, man? Jesus Christ, man. Screamers to me were the most terrifying thing. I've never been more scared by anything, really, apart from life itself. But yeah, I've seen some. I watch them now, and it's like, oh, whatever. And if I get caught by one, I'm like, oh, yeah, fucking motherfucker, you. I get very startled. But yeah, back in the day, I really got not creeped out, like, ooh, very, atmospheric and intense. No, it was like just, I got too spooked. I had to like run away from my computer. I'm just a little kid. Fucking screamers. Anyway, so ads these days. Oh, I guess another fucking trope about them is, man dumb, old people dumb. Like there was an ad I saw. I forget what fucking for. I think must have been insurance. It's always these insurance ads where it's like, ooh, man, dropped a bucket off a ladder and smashed the wife's plants, and then the ladder fell and it broke the patio, and the wife comes out like, the guy's like, ooh, boner. Oh, don't worry, you got insurance, It's kind of crap. Yeah, sorry that the man is trying to help around the house, Yeah, but just ads were just... And there was another ad. I mean, the insurance ad was, these old people just drive through someone's house. What do they do? Like, someone jumps on the road, and instead of braking and swerving a little bit, they just go... and drive through someone's house, and I guess the joke is that these... the family inside are eating dinner. They just look over like nonchalantly, and they're like, at least we have insurance. I feel like these. It sounds kind of funny, but it doesn't. it's not executed well, I'd say. Maybe it's because you're watching a fucking ad and you don't want to be laughing. Anyone that's like, oh man, that is hilarious, fuck you. Why are you finding ads funny, you know? Get a better sense of humor, you cunt. I don't think I've ever fucking laughed at any fucking ad. I don't think so. Not funny. Fucking watch a stand-up show, or watch a comedy TV show or a movie. Fucking hell, get an actual sense of humor. So anyway, yeah, the aids these days. Well, I guess they're woke. I suppose they're just they're woke ads, and they're like appealing to like, yeah, man, you know, it's cool to be like really inclusive, you know, man, yeah, just like this ad, bro. Yeah, not that I'm trying to keeping away from ads, but if I do see them, I'm amazed if I see one that doesn't have a black person in it. I'm like, oh wow, that's racist. No, and I saw one where it's just it's a gum ad, I guess, or a mint ad, and it's these two chicks in a car and a thing, and they start eating mints, and obviously one of them's black, and and then and they just start making out, you know, just like for like a long time, and it's like, yeah, mints, you know, that's a nice way of being like, yeah, you know, inclusive, you know, we're like LGBTQIAA +1 inclusive, yeah, it's really cool, you know. But it's also being like, look, lesbians, yeah, look at them make out, now buy our product. Oh, are you getting horny? It's sure to be plenty of men all around the world that are like, oh. Anyway, no, not me. I fucking hated that ad because, as I say, you know, if I want to watch lesbians kiss, I will, and they'll be naked at the same time, and there won't be any black women involved. Oh, well, maybe Asian instead. So yeah, I guess that's what the ads are all about. I don't know. I'm just trying to get them out of my life. Fuck ads, man. Fuck ads. I know a guy called ads, so I'm not talking to him. I'm not talking about him. Fuck ads. Now, I'm glad I don't even know that much about like the new ones now, because I mean, obviously, because I'm not like watching. No, because I'm watching older ads, because as I say, I'm fucking stupid and I'm wasting my time, but I'm like watching them on YouTube like, oh, you know, hey, classic ads from the 70s, woo, and that kind of thing. Maybe I just want to watch like anything that contains like 70s cars in them, because yeah, I can't fucking stand the way cars look these days. But when I watch like a movie from the 70s, or any movie set in the 70s, and I see, those 70s cars, like a whole bunch of muscle cars, it almost takes me out of the movie. I just go like, oh, man, oh, I get like a chub in my pants, and I like, yeah, come a little bit. Yeah, it's really starting to happen when I see them. I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's nice, you know, it's pleasant. I mean, I'm not doing that with any other I'm not doing it when I go outside now and just start looking around at the fucking, oh man, you know, every car looks like shit. Even sports cars. Even like, ooh, look at the, you know, Porsche, look at that Lamborghini. I'm like, who cares, man? It looks like shit. I don't give a fuck about fucking Lamborghini. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't care about the way cars work. I'm only about the aesthetics and the look of them rather than the mechanics of it. Although I'm sure if I got in an older car, I'd be like, oh yeah, listen to her purr. Oh, get the ladies in here, eh? Get all the clunge, get all the mutt with the old unleaded soot, yeah. Yeah, get all those chicks to be fucking creaming in their pants, and my car it vibrates that much. Creaming in my pants right now. Yeah, I would though, because of how fucking, yeah, nice and sexy fucking car is. Yeah, anyway, I'd love to fucking save up my money and, I don't know, you know, would I buy an older car? I saw one in a movie recently. I was driving around. I'm like, ooh, that's a nice, ooh, chef's kiss. I think I had to rewind it, but it said Continental. So I'm like, that's the car I want. Well, I don't know. It's a car that I'd want. But yeah, I looked at it like, that's nice. That's nice, man. A black Continental, or like a olive green Continental, like a dark green. That's nice as well. That's nice. I don't know. But I guess like these old TV ads, they do gain charm over time because you look back on them and I guess because they're not part of the culture anymore. They're revealing like an older culture, but you're not living in that culture that like maybe the ads obviously pissed me off back in the day, but looking back on them, you're kind of like maybe because I'm like fucking mentally ill and I'm thinking that ads are like having like just having an effect on me, making me want to kill. They're giving me like subliminal MK Ultra bloody signals and are gonna make me try and kill the new premier. Or become the new premier, then kill myself, or have myself assassinated, so that my life insurance is higher. But these all ads seem to reveal like the sinister shittiness of the culture because they're just so damn cynical. There's just such an intense cynicism behind them where they're trying to just be like, they're trying to sell you something. Maybe you got a problem with that, but whatever. I understand what a commercial is, and that's okay. Whatever, fine. Fucking sell your fucking dumb shit. But then again, they're also trying to be like, hey, I'm your friend. And, we're like, hey, isn't this funny? Isn't this sexy? Like, all that appeal to emotion and everything, and then wham, hit you with the. Yeah, you can be very cynical about that, but when you're not in that culture anymore, and it's like things have calmed down with whatever regard, and now we have a whole new slew of shittiness in the culture to deal with. Then looking outside now, you can kind of look at them now and just think, oh well, haha, they're kind of shitty. But now it's more funny, and it's just more, maybe not charming. I don't know. They get more charm. They had like a negative amount before, and now they have zero charm. So that's an improvement. But I just coming at them from like a different era, they just come across as I don't know, a bit less dangerous to eroding our bloody culture, killing everyone, killing our brain cells. But hey, all these new ads also suck. So what do you do, man? What do you do? Fuck, man, I can't believe I talked so long about fucking ads, man. Fuck ads, as I've said. Anyway, one last ad that I have on my mind, but I saw one, I think it was an IKEA ad, and again, it's like a ha-ha funny joke that they're trying to have where it's these people, a couple, are in their house, and the ad is for these kitchen drawers that they close, you can't slam them, like when you close them, they go like a, have like a whatever kind of mechanic that makes them close softly, and in the ad, the couple are arguing. They're fucking having a big argument, and they're trying to slam things, but they can't because it keeps like shutting softly. So, that's really fucking great. Is this how you fucking see your fucking potential consumers? Is this how you see us? The people giving you the money and keeping you on a job and in a fucking ghastly empire, your fucking Swedish empire, having this like. This is like, fuck these people. They're going to give us their money, but we're going to make fun of them right in front of their fucking faces, and they're going to give us money for it. These angry, yelling at each other. Like, I guess there was a bit of that in the 50s, but it wouldn't be like part of the joke, it'd be part of like a conflict. There was a bit of yelling in these 50s ads. Not a lot. It's like a man comes home from work, it's usually like, oh, I made your favorite pasta. Oh, it's very lovely, honey. Oh, I can't wait to go outside for a whole pack of cigarettes and then enjoy this fine pasta. Now I'm going to go molest our little Timmy. Oh, sounds great. Oh, I hate molesting him on a full stomach. Oh, but I just got to eat so much of it. It's just so delicious. Try our new molest-friendly pasta. But there would be a few ads. Like I saw one where the guy's yelling. He's not even yelling that very loud. He's kind of just raising his voice. And the whole point of the ad is that he has a headache. Oh, he's a bit upset. Oh, because he's had a big day, and at the job, at the Mad Men offices, and but he's just it's bad enough, but now he has a headache. Oh, and now he has to come home to his wife's bitching and moaning. Oh, but the wife is the one that suggested he take, paracetamol to help you with the headache, so you can rape your wife without the burden of a headache. Ah, this is so great. I can think my racist thoughts more clearly now. Fuck ads. This has been the ad special of David Morgan Brown Experience. Boy, whoa. I don't know what episode number it is, but I can't believe I talked for 50 fucking something minutes about these ads, man. Well, I sincerely hope I never see another ad again. Although, to again quote a joke from a TV show, I'm sure, like in Futurama, I'm going to have ads beamed into my bloody dreams. I mean, it would be effective because I've gotten sexual fetishes through dreams before, so wake up like, oh my god, I want to jerk off to that now. So, yeah, I'm sure the ads could... yeah, that'd be a great idea.